Today's story is inspired by a real couple from the United States, Steve and Camra Curto. Camra suffered a severe medical emergency during pregnancy, and when she finally woke up after a difficult surgery, she no longer remembered who her husband was, or that she had just given birth to a child. But at the very end of their journey, she looked at the man sitting beside her and said a single unforgettable sentence: "I don't know you, but I think I love you." Their story touched people all over the world. And now, based on their real experience, I'll share a more gentle narrative version of the story with the names John and Anna, so you can listen with your heart, just like a quiet film unfolding. John and Anna were once an ordinary couple, but the love between them was everything but ordinary. They shared simple breakfasts, long conversations, and the kind of comfort that comes from truly knowing another person. To them, love was never loud. It lived in the little gestures: a hand on a shoulder, a soft laugh, a shared silence before sleep. When they found out Anna was pregnant, their lives filled with hope. John would place his hand on her belly each night, talking to the tiny life growing inside her, already dreaming of their future. But sometimes life changes without warning. One evening, late in the pregnancy, Anna felt a sharp, unbearable headache. Her hands trembled, her vision blurred. John noticed her turning pale and rushed her to the hospital. Within moments of their arrival, doctors began shouting orders. Her blood pressure had skyrocketed. She was moments away from a dangerous seizure. John could only watch helplessly as Anna collapsed and medical staff pushed him out of the operating room. They were fighting for two lives, Anna's and the baby's. Hours felt like days. John waited in silence, wringing his hands, whispering prayers to no one in particular. Finally, a doctor stepped out with tired eyes. The good news was that both mother and baby survived. But the bad news was something John was not prepared to hear. Her brain suffered significant trauma. When she wakes up, she may not remember anything. She may not remember you. John didn't care. He just wanted her to live. He just wanted another chance to hear her voice. Days later, Anna finally opened her eyes. John held her hand, his voice trembling. "Anna. It's me. It's John." She pulled her hand away, confused. And with a frightened expression she whispered, "I'm sorry. But who are you?" Those 6 words shattered him more deeply than anything in his life. Anna didn't remember their home. She didn't remember their past. She didn't remember loving him. And she didn't remember the child she had just given birth to. John felt grief he didn't know how to name. But he made a decision that night, a promise only he could hear. "If she doesn't remember loving me, then I will make her fall in love with me again." From that day on, he treated her not as someone who had forgotten him, but as someone he was meeting for the very first time. Each morning, he greeted her softly. "Good morning, Anna. Would you like to take a little walk today?" At first, Anna was wary, distant, and uncertain. She didn't understand why this man cared so deeply about her, why he always stayed by her side, why he looked at her with a sadness he tried so hard to hide. But John never pressured her, never asked her to remember, never begged her to recall the past. Instead, he gently introduced her to her own life again, one photo at a time. He showed her their wedding picture, their honeymoon, the places they had loved, moments that once defined them. Anna stared at the photographs with quiet disbelief. The woman smiling beside John looked just like her, but felt like someone else entirely. One day, after staring at a picture for a long time, she whispered, "She looks so happy. Was I really her?" John nodded, holding back tears. "You were everything in that picture. And more." Slowly, Anna began to relax around him, not because she remembered him, but because the kindness he showed felt safe, comfortable. familiar in a way she couldn't explain. John began leaving small notes at her bedside. Simple things like, "I hope today is gentle for you," or "You smiled today." It meant everything. Anna kept the notes in a tiny box beside her bed. Even if she didn't understand why they moved her, they did. One evening, while they were sitting quietly in the living room, Anna asked him something she had been holding back. "John, were we in love?" John took a slow breath. "Yes," he answered softly. "Very deeply." She hesitated. "And do you still love me?" His reply came instantly. "With all that I am." Anna lowered her gaze as if listening to a voice inside her she hadn't heard before. "I don't remember you," she said, "but when I'm near you, I feel calm and safe. And I think, if you'll let me, I'd like to try loving you again." In that moment, John felt the weight of every sleepless night crumble. He smiled a small trembling smile and whispered, "That's more than enough, Anna." Her memory never fully returned. But something even more beautiful happened. Their love returned, piece by piece, as if they were falling for each other a second time. People began calling them the couple who loved twice, because their story wasn't about memory. It was about choosing someone again and again, even when the past disappears. John often said, "Love is not something you remember. Love is something you choose." And Anna, who once looked at him like a stranger, grew to say, "I may not remember our old life, but the life we are building now feels like home." Their story reminds us that love is not defined by history or photographs, or perfectly preserved memories. Sometimes, love begins again in the quietest moments, in a small smile, a gentle kindness, a hand held at the right time. And sometimes, that second beginning is even more beautiful than the first. Thank you for listening. This was Runabooks.